warm words of welcome. At this time, we invite Mr. Rondell Seals, President of the Fathers Fields, apologies, President of the Fathers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, to bring remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. All protocols observed. Before anything, I would like to say thank you, Tobago. Thank you, Tobago, for once again taking that leadership role. Thank you, Tobago, for once again putting pertinent matters first and running with it. It's been a very, very lonely place as a male advocate throughout Trinidad and Tobago. And that is one of the reasons I specifically asked not to speak today. I felt so empowered to hear these young boys and these men speak with such conviction, speak with such passion, speak with such eloquence, and speak with such a heart for men. I thank the presiding officer, Ms. Abby Taylor, for allowing this process to take place, and I thank every other woman that supported it. And I hope this encourages other women to support initiatives that can empower men. Today we heard statistics. Today we heard a little light banter. Made it fun. But those statistics are people in Trinidad and Tobago. That 90.7% murdered are males murdered in Trinidad and Tobago. That 84% of the suicide rate being male are men that took their lives because they lost a battle to something inside of them. I hope this sticks with us. We heard stats also on the mental institution and how crowded it is with men. The prison and how crowded it is with men. I know sometimes I'm not always the most likable person because I say it as it is. But the reality of it, I have seen and walked along men that have hurt, that have cried, and have poured their souls out. And I commend each and every one of you for joining your voices here today with us, male advocates. I see my brother up there, Mr. Michael Stewart as well, who has been a beacon for Tobago, who has been a mentor for me, even at times when I wanted to walk away. And I salute you, Mr. Stewart, as well. I hope today is not just a day for show. I hope today is not just the only day that these conversations are had. I want you gentlemen and young boys particularly to remember the stats that you ingested. Remember the words that you said today and make it a commitment for your life as well. I hope those in the public gallery as well. As I said, I'm not always the most likable, but I hope the women in the public gallery as well understand the value of supporting men. I hope you understand that all of us here have mothers. I hope you understand the significance and the importance that we as men feel when we have the support of women. We are a generation of men today that were part of that generation of boys that were abandoned by our fathers. It is critical for us to have the support, even at this point, when we have issues of hurt, issues of pain, issues that bring anxiety, that we have the support of our women folk with us. Critical and important. And I pray that today is not the only day, and I pray today that the beacon that was lit by Tobago will shine all the way in Trinidad. Because our crisis is real, our crisis is current, and something needs to take place in Trinidad and Tobago when it comes to the issues of men. So, once again, greetings from the Fathers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, and we applaud every man here for today joining the fight that we have fought for almost 2 decades now. Thank you. We salute you.
Thank you, Mr. Fields. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Michael Stewart, Caribbean Coordinator for International Men's Day, to bring remarks. Let's welcome him.
Presiding officer is Abby Taylor, the clerk of the Assembly Legislature, Mr. Nelson, the deputy chief secretary and secretary of health and wellness, Ms. Faith B. Webner. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to address you. And also I want to recognize all the debaters and those in the gallery at this time. This, if I should give a title to what I'm going to say, is a proud moment. This is historical that the legislature is going to have a debate focusing on men. I think that is critical, and we should therefore give the assembly and the clerk and also the presiding officer one of the thumbs that you usually give whenever you... This is a significant platform. An idea would go further to say that it appears that men get more support from women in power than men in power. When we look back at the Blue Room, Dr. Agatha Carrington, we look back at Empower TT, Shampa Kojo, Miss Ayanna Webster Roy, and now Miss Abby Taylor. It makes us wonder. I look at the United Nations. We've had 9 Secretary Generals of the United Nations. None have ever been a woman being the General Secretary. The President of the General Assembly of the United Nations was a Trinidadian male who served from 2023 to 2024. And this is what came out of that by an institution headed only by males and never by a woman. We found that they have 218 international celebrated days. Out of that, 11 of those days go to girls and women. Guess how many to men and boys? Not one. Probably it's about time that we put a woman to head the United Nations. In fact, November 19th, though it's not on the calendar of the United Nations, the United Nations has it as World Toilet Day. We have in the Caribbean a number of Caribbean islands celebrating November 19th. I would love to see that we advocate for the United Nations to include men and boys in this significant day that celebrates us. I'm proud to be part of the men who have been pushing, men like Randall Fields, who have been almost like a voice crying in the wilderness, pushing for us and having to take a lot of flack for us. He's been called political, he's been called sexist, he's been called a number of things. And he continues to champion for men and boys. Dr. Jerome Tilok Singh, the founder of International Men's Day, a Trinidadian, someone who one of us, we are proud of them. And I want us to therefore continue to do this. May I suggest to Ms. Abby Taylor and the legislature, don't let 2025 be the only debate. Make this an annual debate in the month of November. once again. Thank you very much. God bless you all.